Texts 6,000 years old write that an ancient interstellar spaceship visited our Earth. The real history of mankind is much more fascinating than what scholars and history books say. Did you know that there are ancient texts dating back thousands of years that mention technologies such as mind control, levitation and anti-gravity, and spaceships from other planets? Ancient India, which has one of the longest historical dates in the world, and the oldest texts called the Vedas, are one of the oldest writings on planet Earth. These ancient texts dating back thousands of years speak of airships that visited our Earth over 6,000 years ago. The writings written in the Vedic language and Sanskrit are the oldest texts of Sanskrit literature and the oldest scriptures of Hinduism. Many find these ancient texts fascinating and complex at the same time. Its ancient book, Vaimanika Shastra, which means the science of aeronautics, refers to incredible detail to mind control vehicles thanks to technology. But it's not only these writings that mention fascinating mind control vehicles, including detail and fascinating technologies such as levitation and anti-gravity, futuristic technologies that were on Earth over 6,000 years ago. Many researchers consider the Vaimanika Holy Book as a guide to space, spaceships, and interstellar travel that would be in space vehicles described in the Vaimanika Shastra. To understand what the Vaimanika tells us, a Sanskrit scholar named Dr. V. Vaghavaam, who has written more than 120 books and 1,200 articles, and won the Sahitya Academy Award in 1966, translated these texts. And according to Dr. Vaghavaam, these fascinating ancient Indian texts talk about people living on other planets and extraterrestrial beings who visited thousands of years before Earth. Dr. Vaghavaam says, 50 years of research and work on these ancient texts convinces me that there are living things on other planets, and they visited Earth as early as 4000 BC. As he pointed out, there is a fascinating information about flying machines, even fantastic science fiction weapons, which can be found in translation of the Vedas, their scriptures, the Indian epics, and other ancient Sanskrit texts. Many other scholars and writers agree with Dr. Vaghavaam. There is a large volume of writings and evidence in the Mahabharata and Ramayana, where we can find all kinds of technologies. And Dr. A.V. Krishna Milpeg, professor of aeronautics at the Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore, says that in the ancient Indian Veda and other texts in it, there are references to aircraft, spaceships, flying machines, and to ancient astronauts. A study in Sanskrit texts, he convinced me that ancient India knew the secret of flying machines, and these machines were likely spaceships from other planets. There are many ancient texts that show, in fragments, a story of a forgotten era by academics. Why is that? Is this story not convenient? The answer is yes, and not only is it not convenient, but it overturns everything that has data. And perhaps this relates to some acquaintances. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.